All right, today we're going to be doing a Northern Brewery brew kit, nut brown ale beer. We're going to start out with washing and sanitizing all of our stuff. Okay, you said 1 tablespoon per gallon.
Yeah, and that says right on the container, so
Okay.
You shouldn't forget that.
Sometimes I lost, but...
I need one of them to be full sanitizer the whole time.
Oh, okay.
And that one's the taller, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So we'll use that one. Morning. Oh yeah. Your hand on that?
It's getting there.
Yeah.
You said 1 ounce per gallon?
1 ounce per 5 gallons of this.
Okay.
The other stuff is 1 tablespoon per gallon.
Okay. Put that over here. You were saying what now, Brian?
This is all I do when I run a cleaner and sanitizer through it. Just pump it a few times so you see it coming all the way through. So I didn't know that's kind of
Oh, you're pumping it up through the
yeah.
tubing.
And
Okay.
then we'll do the same thing with the sanitizer. We want to make sure we get all that tubing in there too, so I'll let you do that. You go 2.5 or do you go 5 on your side? Okay. Your instructions probably say 2.5.
Yeah. Okay.
You can do a little bit more than 5 gallons too to
Okay.
count for boil evaporation. And if we are lower than 5 gallons at the end, we can just add.
Tap off.
Yeah.
Or add,
Yeah.
whatever you want.
It's the same. It'll do the same thing. I've done it more times.
What's different on that?
It wants us to add the grains now. The way I do it is my recipes that I've done usually ask for it to be 155 degrees.
Okay.
Then you lower the heat and you want to keep 55 degrees for that whole period of time.
Okay.
And just kind of stick the whole bag in there. And I'll flip it upside down. And we want to do everything we can to not, once we get this in there,
Yeah.
and it's steeped, and then we add this LME, you don't want to drip the floor in here because it is sticky.
Okay.
And it makes a mess quick, so go ahead and tie that in a knot.
Well, I can see.
No.
We'll drop it or hang it off the handle.
Well, yeah, we can hang it, because it's going to get hot.
There you go. And then what was that instruction? 150? 170. wasn't it?
170.
And what was the one you did with flavor?
I've done a few.
Oh, okay.
I've done,
Well, that one that I was talking about, the one you gave me.
that was Boulevard wheat.
Oh, okay.
But I doubled the hops in it, so. Doubled the hops and added an alcohol booster.
Very good. So what was the last one you did then?
An IPA.
IPA?
Yeah, it needs to be bottled right now. 6 minutes.
Well, that's the smell of hops then.
No, that's just grains.
That's just grains.
Barley and everything in there.
Okay.
I think they're called specialty grains.
It does have good flavors.
Oh yeah.
What's that? Some sort
I can see right.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Kind of smells sweet.
And that's good because right now what we're doing by warming this up,
Breaking sugar.
yep, it's crushed grains, but we're actually, I think it's actually going through a process where it's releasing the sugars because of the warm water.
Okay, and it's making the wort then.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we'll have to add, they claim we have to add the LME before
Syrup.
basically. This is part of extract brewing. When you're out extract brewing, you have like 5 times as much grains.
Oh.
So you don't, this is kind of cheating.
Okay.
So you would use more grains in place of that. That's the rest of your sugar.
Okay.
There's different ways to use hops. There's bittering hops that has a high beta acid, I believe, and then aroma hops, which has a higher alpha acid. And a bittering, your fuggle is gonna be used at the beginning of the boil, so that's gonna be your bittering hop. You don't have an aroma hop in it at all, because you just got one hop addition to the brew. The longer you boil it, the more it pulls those oils out of the hop pellet, and it's gonna make it bitter.
Okay.
So we're gonna try to drain as much off of it as we can. Just don't burn yourself.
All right.
See what we want every bit of that.
All right.
And then what we're gonna do is when we can, we're gonna try to
Push it out.
get as much out of it as I can.
Okay.
It's all sugar the yeast is gonna use to help make alcohol. So just be careful because it's hot.
It is warm. Don't take long to hold that, does it? Getting to the point where just a nasty coming out of it.
Well, that might almost freeze.
There you go.
I'm gonna slowly pour this in.
Stir it in. Oh, yeah, remove from the kettle, from the burner, and stir in the gold malt.
We're not gonna remove it. We're just gonna have
Right.
Try not to get that right underneath this. So go ahead and stir it pretty aggressively all over. Okay, we're gonna boil it. Got it. Hold on.
Okay.
This is not gonna be good. Shit.
Too hot?
Yeah. Hold on. We gotta stop. Because that's gonna boil over. I'm gonna have a fucking mess. Okay, we're just gonna move it from the heat like I said. All right. If I boil it. You probably feel that stuff sitting on the bottom.
Yes, I was gonna say, I felt that right off. I was gonna ask you, did you want to pour something in there or try to?
We're gonna boil this so if there's anything on it, as long as there's not debris on it,
Right.
we don't have anything to worry about.
That's the way all the big brewers do it.
What's that? Like what we're doing?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh. Now wouldn't that be a killer way to make a living? God, I gotta go in today and brew a beer and then I gotta taste sample it.
Yeah.
God, another day at the office.
Okay.
You going over?
Yep.
Oh,
And that's not too bad. That could have been much worse.
oh, I bet we could have lost a lot. And then at the end, you just top it back off, right?
Yeah, but right now you can lose it to evaporation, but you don't want to lose it to.
This is what gives it the.
Yeah. This is all the flavor and the sugars that the yeast is going to use to ferment.
Okay, do I need to keep this mixing?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you know, since you're handling that. Now, how's that pronounced?
Funnel.
Frugal? I don't know why the hell I call it frugal. Ooh,
Sounds good, doesn't it?
yeah, I don't even know how to describe that.
Delicious.
Yeah,
Makes me want to eat it.
they got this. Sweet, almost a little fruity. Am I wrong?
No, yeah, fruity. That's what hops are. So when like the beers they're IPAs that are real fruity, got a lot of hops in them. We're almost ready to boil again.
Alright.
We just gotta find that sweet spot, man.
Now, do I need to mix this while you're dumping in the hops?
You can.
Okay.
It's not gonna hurt it.
Okay, I didn't know if it's flowing over.
I don't think we were hot enough to make it do that, but yeah, it can.
Yeah, you can smell that already, the change in flavor or aroma.
Yeah. But once you get done and you go to bottle it, when we put the priming sugar in, you gotta let it sit for a week.
Okay, first, when we take this, we're going to
This is gonna go from here.
the ferment.
Right, we'll cool it, and and then we'll put it in the primary fermenter. It'll sit for a week. And we'll transfer it to the secondary. It'll sit for 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay.
Then we'll put it in the priming bucket, add our priming sugar, or not the priming bucket, the bottling bucket, add the priming sugar, mix it up, put it in our bottles, we'll cap our bottles, and it has to sit for a minimum of a week to carbonate. But it doesn't always taste the best right away. Bottle conditioning is you letting it sit in a bottle, flavors meld, mix together, and it will actually change. So
How long would you think?
before mine was great, I want to say it was 6 months.
6 months?
Yeah.
Okay. But see, this gives you a chance, well, you got that one setting, start another batch.
Yeah.
That's what that. Told you, man, I ain't got no memory. Okay. We're gonna get this down to, yeah, okay. It's warm. Yeah, that's pretty hot. Stretch that hose out. It's warm. Get it down to, you see, about 75, so. Okay. Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, okay.
this is a learning experience.
Learning experience? Hey, I'm gonna rinse my hands off, even though it's gonna be freezing.
Yeah, you want to though.
I'll do it again. Okay. Is there any certain depth that I need, or just?
I would get it at least above that bubble. So
Oh, okay.
halfway.
I love stilettos. So when the perfect guy asked me out, I picked out the perfect pair. I love these heels.
Yeah.
That's a little much.
A little much?
Yeah,
I got a second
that's
date.
good.
Bad news,
Do that.
I can only roll my shoe. Because there are stilettos, there's Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield, where you'll have access
Now
to
let it go.
all the
Should float.
you can now. From hospitals and family doctors to convenient care.
Is it?
There are a lot of
It's not pinched. I mean, it can float freely, right?
Yeah. Yeah. There's nothing in there.
Okay.
Anthem Blue Cross
It came up a little bit.
Anthem.com.
I'm not sure which side of the reading it says 5.
One device with some crazy moves. It bends the rules of what a computer can do, like converting into 4 different modes. Finish projects in notebook mode, watch movies in stand mode, play games in tent mode, and
Sure which
stay
side
on the
you
go
got
in
the reading
tablet
on.
mode. Plus, with Windows 8.1, you can work easy.
Yeah, I didn't go down the street this time.
HP X360,
Well, I wonder.
360 degrees of versatility, one smart price.
So,
Visit
yeah, we're not in an actual testing tube like we're supposed to.
details.
I'm gonna say 1. Let's just say 1.050. Go ahead and dump that back in there, because that's beer now.
Okay, that's your alcohol percent?
No,
What?
that's our specific gravity, our starting gravity,
Okay, starting gravity.
or original gravity, whatever you want to call it.
Do we need to write that down?
Yeah, I'm gonna write it on this list right now. I said,
Drop this back in sanitizer.
yep.
Okay, now what's that going to? You go ahead and write it down, then I'll ask you.
Yeah, you'll take your original gravity and then your final gravity, and there's a chart or some table you use, and it'll tell you alcohol percentage.
Oh, okay.
So how accurate it will be from doing it that way,
We'll find out.
maybe, maybe not.
The test is going to be how many beers it takes me to get a buzz. Oh, I bet so.
You do this.
What do I need to do? Just hold it, or
Don't touch it to the bottom.
do not?
Do not.
Oh, that's going to pull up all the sediment and crap.
Right. Don't do that.
Okay.
So
I'm going to start higher and then work my way down then.
hold on a second. Okay. Just draw all the way up. Now go down. Keep going. You gotta get the. There you go. Another one. One more. Now stop. Push all the way down. Leave it.
Oh, just gravity feed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Really need to be higher.
Sometimes it's boxes to hold up.
The doors are closing. Please stay clear and hold on for departure to the office.
They say you want to aerate it, get an oxygen mix in there because the yeast need the oxygen.
Okay.
So this is, I guess I don't know how well this actually works, but it's bubbling, so it's got to be mixing some sort of oxygen in here. Once we get down low, we're going to tilt that on its side a little bit.
Keep it clean, you know, without the sediment.
Right.
Now, is there another way of doing this? Do they make it like if you're doing a bigger batch, they have like an automatic or something, or you know,
Yeah.
like a powered,
Pump, yeah.
just a regular pump? Really not bad. You want to go get your shot glass or try that one? That's rough. Oops.
No, I don't need mine, so it's funny. We want more beer.
Yep. That's really not bad.
Sweet.
Yeah, I bet. Really sweet tasting. Let me repump this. You want to pull that up there? Make it a little easier to do what you gotta do.
Just,
Oh, I looked the spoon is out.
no, you don't need to stir it.
Oh, just
sprinkle that around the
top.
try to keep it off the sides. Right in there, just all in the circle, you know.
Sit it down, Brandon. You said you.
We didn't bring in the airlock, did we?
No, it's out there in the sanitizer. So go. All right.
Go ahead and stick that down in the hole.
Just push it all the way through.
Yeah, just be careful, don't get too crazy.
That's what I was afraid of.
No.
I guess.
Maybe,
Okay.
as long as it didn't break the airlock, because I don't have another one.
Oh yeah, because it was catching on that edge, wasn't it?
Right.
Probably.
We don't want it to. I mean, it can. The reason you use these is because the sanitized water is in here.
Yeah.
No bacteria, dust, dirt, anything can get back in there to contaminate this beer.
Okay.
We want to, from this point forward, we want to introduce as little amount of oxygen to it as possible.
Okay. Just let the yeast sit there do its work.
It's got, the yeast has plenty of sugar, should have plenty of oxygen to do what it needs to do. So after we let this sit for the first week and then we transfer it, we need to be as careful as possible to not introduce more oxygen into it. From
Okay.
this point on, oxygen is a bad thing.
Oh, okay.
So the only oxygen that it needs is what the yeast needed to do its thing.
Okay.
And I forgot exactly what oxygen does to it, but it's not a good thing.
Kills the yeast or something?
No, it doesn't kill the yeast. It does something to the flavor of the beer.
Oh, okay. Okay. So now we just take this, put it into the storage in the basement, and we start cleaning our stuff up. Right?